In the White Knight universe, Bruce went too far in his crusade as the Batman. While he did affect many individuals, there was one person that was so affected, he went and pretended to be dead. That is the Red Hood. But what is Jason's story within the White Knight universe? His origins, his history, and what is he going to do now that Bruce is out of prison? This is Comicstorian. I create audio dramas of your favorite comic books, leaving out enough that there is still something for you to collect, be it extra plot, context, or artwork. All alterations are mostly for copyright purposes, and don't forget to check out our long-standing sponsors, G Fuel, where you could use the code COMICS to get 10% off of your order, or Shortboxed, a great app that will allow you to start your graded comic book collection today. Click the link down below to enter our current contest to win one yourself. Today's video is White Knight Red Hood issue number 1. It's a new series, so we only have one issue to cover so far, but I thought you guys would probably enjoy it. 4 words. It was 4 little words that would change the course of Jason Todd's life forever. Batman is Bruce Wayne. It was those 4 words that Jason said when Joker held him captive. Batman said that he knew how it felt to be alone, to be powerless, that he recognized a lot of himself in Jason, and then he showed him how to fight back. It was the best thing to ever happen to him, but it didn't last long. Nothing ever does. And now, he wishes that he had never met Bruce Wayne. Joker is holding a razor to Jason's throat. That is just hilarious! Time to say bye-bye, Birdie! And with one quick motion, Joker makes his cut. And Jason feels his bindings fall to the floor. And he asks, "What?" Joker tells him that no blade cuts deeper than betrayal, and when Batman finds out that he gave up his greatest secret to save his own ass, that will be the real killer. Now scram, kid! Bruce Wayne is Batman. 4 words that saved Jason Todd's life and destroyed his future. But life has a funny way of ending up. And in his own way, Jason did help Batman when he escaped prison. And Jason just allowed him to go. However, that didn't matter. The Joker was right. The shame of giving up Batman's secret is a fate worse than death. And this feeling wasn't something brought on just by seeing Batman again. This is something that has plagued Jason Todd for many years, leading him down a path of self-destruction. That is, until one night when everything changed. Jason ran into the Stoplight Gang after they robbed a liquor store and actually stole liquor, not just the money. Which is convenient for Jason because now he can rob the robbers and have himself a drink on them for the night. But just as he gets ready to leave, he is struck in the back of the head by a bike tire of all things. He looks back to see a young girl on a bike wearing a Robin outfit. You didn't have to hurt them. The stoplight usually drink themselves unconscious in about 20 minutes. Also, that money belongs to Mr. Shaw's liquor store. Give it back, Jason tells her. They stole it from the liquor store and I stole it from them. Big difference. And with possession being 8/10 of the law, well, you know. Robin sets down her bike, telling him that the police are on the way. If he doesn't give it back, she's prepared to hold him until they arrive. Jason asks, "Yeah, and who are you?" The girl tells him, "I'm Robin." Give it up. If you go by that name in this city, you're gonna get hurt. She charges in, knocking Jason down, telling him, "A Robin never gives up. A Robin always does what's right and cleans bullies like you off of the street." As she attacks, Jason is weaving throughout her attacks, telling her, "Not with punches like that, you won't. You have no idea what it means to use that name. No one does." But before he realizes, Robin manages to get her cuffs on him and detain Jason long enough that Nightwing and the men can safely take him to jail. Nightwing tells Robin, "You're brave, and I appreciate the assist, but fighting crime is not for kids. Now go home. Gotham thanks you." As Jason is being hauled away, he turns to Robin, telling her, "Do yourself a favor and ignore this idiot. In fact, you should ignore anyone who's growing a midlife crisis in the back of their head." Nightwing tells him, "Be quiet." And Jason asks, "What happened? You get kicked out of Neverland because your voice dropped? Man, Wonder just doesn't have the same ring, does it? What's it like to always be second string?" But without Nightwing seeing, Jason picks his cuffs, punching Nightwing across the face. "You've had that coming for years." Nightwing punches him back. "Buddy, I don't even know who you are." But as Jason is taken back down, he's recuffed and tells Nightwing, "The hair doesn't make you any more aerodynamic. It just makes you look like a stupid dummy. Boom. Gotcha." Later, as Jason is sitting in his cell, Robin jumps up. Hey, beer guy, it's Robin from earlier. I beat you up a few hours ago. Yeah, I remember. And no, you didn't. Robin then gets up in the window telling him, you knew Batman, right? Like you worked with him? You got the drop on Nightwing and escaped bat cuffs. Not even Houdini can do that. You're the one who made them, aren't you? Jason says that Houdini didn't make them. Batman got them from Giovanni Zatara. They just need to know the ancient hand gestures to find the release. She shouts out, I knew it! You are the one! And Jason looks at her. Look, chill out. I was one. It didn't work out. What do you want? She reaches into the cell, throwing Jason his grappling gun. You dropped this when you were in the alleyway. You can use it to get the keys off the wall. Jason sits back. Look, this is where I belong. Let Batman handle the super criminals. And Robin tells him, Batman doesn't make it out to East Backport very often. I know he's busy. He just needs more help is all. Batman needs a Robin. But it looks like I was wrong. Thanks anyway, beer guy. As Jason looks at the grappling gun, he realizes that what he was looking at was another kid let down by Batman. So the next day, Jason watches as Robin does her daily routine and patrol, telling himself that she has a lot of heart, even though her technique needs a lot of work. But if helping her is sticking it to Batman, how can I resist? Later, as Robin is tailing a man in a store, she peeks around the corner, and Jason tells her that she is as subtle as a heart attack, and she screams, falling over. Jason eats a handful of cereal, telling her, thanks for bringing me my gun, though breaking people out of jail isn't exactly superhero stuff. Anyway, who's this hipster nerd? Robin says, not that it's any of your business, but that's Walter Shreve. Goes by Shriek, and he's dangerous. I went to the police when I spotted him transporting suspicious tech, but they told me that I was crazy and to go get my nails done. Jason looks over. Yeah, and I know what it's like to be let down by the people that you look up to. So, if you're serious about kicking ass and doing the job yourself, then I'm gonna show you what it takes. Robin jumps in excitement. Oh my god, yes! Beer guy and Robin! Jason sighs. I am not calling you Robin. What's your name? Like the one that people call you in school. She tells him, Gon. It's Mongolian for bold one. But she hates it, so just call her Robin. Jason asks, what's wrong with it? And she tells him because the girls at school call her gigantic. Jason tells her that it sounds like they're gigantic assholes. Anyway, nice to meet you. Let's get started. Later, Jason takes Robin up to the top of a building and explains that their biggest tool is the element of surprise, so she needs to learn how to get the drop on crime. Robin looks over the ledge, asking, could we maybe jump out at crime from behind boxes or even a bush? Heights really aren't my thing. You're gonna have to learn, so you need to try. And try she does. Even at short heights, Robin manages to fall into the piles of trash. Afterwards, Jason and Robin walk home and Jason tells her that maybe they need to rethink their approach. She tells him that maybe she isn't really cut out for this. But as they pass an older woman, the woman thanks Robin for bringing home her cat and what she did to Mr. Shaw. She's a real hero. She sighs. Yeah, trash girl to the rescue. And Jason says, you really do help out a lot, don't you? And Robin says that it's nothing that really makes a difference, not like you and Batman. How can I ever feel like a real Robin if I can't even do basic? But just then, there's a cry for help as a mugger runs by stealing a woman's purse. Without hesitation, Robin runs in, tackling the man to the ground with ease. And Jason asks, where did you learn to hit like that? She tells him that she played rugby at her old school before they moved here. And Jason tells her, that's it. I can't train you the way that Batman trained me. She's surprised, but says that she understands. No, you don't. I can't train you that way because you're not me. I've got to train you like you're you. Forget the heights. We're going to start working on your ground game. When you're ready, Shriek isn't going to know what hit him. And that begins the Batman the Red Hood storyline. Now, as we're waiting for more of the normal White Knight story stuff, I'm also going to start giving you the Harley Quinn storyline. We're going to bounce between Red Hood, Harley Quinn, and normal Batman the White Knight, hopefully on a weekly basis, but keep in mind these books don't come out weekly, so we're going to have to keep up with it to the best of our ability. Thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed. Click down below to get all of the other Batman White Knight videos, and I'll see you next time right here at Comicstorian.